How do I introduce this film? I don't know. Um, let's look at a film that, in a way, is in a way like a parody of Bond, but not in like a way that's like say a laugh a minute when it comes to like the idea of a parody. With the film Our Man Flint. When a global criminal organization flexes its power over wealth and tectonic activity, secret agent Dirk Flint is summoned from retirement to get to the bottom of the matter. While he mulls over whether to take the assignment, he narrowly escapes an assassination attempt, but his spy agency commander, Kremlin, is nearly mortally wounded. Vowing to take the fight to the enemy, Flint treks through Europe, hot on the trail of femme fatale spy Gila. Say this, yes, this film was a film from the 1960s, and I've said this many times, I always love a film in Technicolor. I love, especially in the 60s, when you had used this format, it looked, any film, at least my perspective, that used Technicolor at that time is always so vibrant. It is so vibrant. And I think in, like, say, some of the effects that are done, like, even, like, the opening sequence of the film in which we see um, like a flood of a village and all that, I can even think, say, oh my gosh, that is a good model. It looks, most of the effects I think from this film look really good. Um, and at first, like say, when we are like when we like say only one man can do it, only one agent can do it, and then like we when the commander goes like say, I'm not calling him, I'm not calling him, and he goes like everyone goes say, well, go sir, don't you remember? He's this great. Oh, he's just God's gift to mankind and all that.
Man who's disciplined. I'm Flint. Huh? Flint. 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 I don't care what these computers say. I know this man. And he just... Yes, sir?
And I guess they went at first like say even at one point I think it's like the president calls him, and actually no, they call Camden like say to get this guy. Um well I do think it's kind of hilarious like when we first are introduced to him and all that. Um like he's doing some like katas and like practicing his martial. Um I do I do find it funny like when he's like trying to like someone's trying to say, Mr. Flint, and you say,
Mr. Cramner, what?
and then he's just like they're trying to give Vin eventually goes like say, well, guess one must if someone can't have you have to do things right the first time and all that he has to go give the news himself. I do at one point find it kind of hilarious because yes, this is a film that's basically a spoof or parody of Bond films because like say it's like there's the agent they bring up in this case 008. Do you get it? Because James Bond is 007. Why do I that it doesn't it's fun it's like yes it's only funny I guess if you are big into James Bond or if you like say hey I know that or got that call um when they're showing him like all his little gadgets and all that and you say primitive. and all that. It basically say, well, I got this little doodad, and it basically outclasses all the stuff that he's got. Like say yes, like making fun of Bond instead of just having one love interest, he's got four. He's got four love interests. Um, so I really did thinking like say yes, some of the gags are kind of like say this don't age well. Begin again, I gotta remember myself. This came out in the '60s, so like he's like there's like he's at a party sequence, and a woman's trying to like say, okay, I'm going to try to uh poison his boss with a needle that has been dipped in poison. And well, there becomes more a bit of shenanigans. So he goes to a party where the same girl, in this case, uh, the femme fatale girl, in this case, Gila, um, when like he's at like a, I think he's at a club, and she leaves a little like seductive mermaid figure or whatever, which he tries to test inside her. Do some little gadget, no gobbledygook, and well, at first he just like he creates a distraction, and then when he shows like say hey what like how much powerful it is, this and like in usual like when it comes to Bond film, we think okay, he like there's a moment where he's stuck in a situation. In this case, he's stuck in a he gets stuck in a vault, and like say modern ideas maybe think okay, oh, um, when he's stuck in there, you think like oh, there's gonna be a situation where he tries to get out by telling his friends or someone else by just like pulling the car out with the bank or the vault, which they do, but they're able to get rid of the buildings too. And I do find it hilarious, like see when like he's trying to get out of there and he's able to get out of there. He's able to do it. The shape that is. So he basically when he gets to the location of where the secret base is, he is the secret agent or femme fatale of the film. She basically says, well, everything seems to go dandy. And we got the coffin for him. And like yeah, it has like say some like what would be considered like say like, mind control moments, like where at one point the femme fatale tries to save him. I do find it hilarious, like say when for reprogramming, and like basically she like the way like the mind control things are is like visually pretty cool. And he makes it there. He makes it there before he like when he can save her and stop all the things from happening. But before her losing her memory and all that. And I do kind of like how like we chose like say hey you are not blah 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 in a fight.
To me, I am not a pleasure unit. I am not a pleasure unit.
I am not a pleasure unit. I am not a pleasure unit.
That probably makes it probably should have told myself a long time ago. Um, at times, yeah, I thought this was fairly entertaining. I thought this was a fairly entertaining film. Like the humor of it was pretty good. The excitement of it, because like yes, it's making fun of spy films. At the same time, it works in its own way. It works fairly well, being its own thing. But overall, yeah, I think this was too bad. I thought it was fairly entertaining. I'll see you next time.